Cheesecake, but not sweet? I know it doesn't sound right. We're going to turn cheesecake into something savory and high in protein that you could serve at a dinner party and everyone would be asking for more. Plus, I'm going to show you the quickest way that you've ever made a gluten-free crust. I'm Dr. Ahmed, a physician who developed food allergies in adulthood, and I like to make recipes that everyone can enjoy. So let's get started. Our first step is to prepare our gluten-free crust. In this blender cup, I have 1 serving of gluten-free rice Chex. That's about 1 1/3 cup or 40 grams if you're measuring it out. To this, I'm going to add 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of olive oil. If you like a richer, fuller crust, you can add another 1 or 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Next, we're gonna blend this up till it's really fine. And here we have our crust prep. It's a nice fine sand consistency. So I'm just gonna spread it evenly into these 4 cups. I happen to like a thinner crust, so I might have some left over. I'm just gonna use my hands and start from the middle and just press it down and then out towards the side. There you have it. I have a thin layer in each of the ramekins, and now what we're gonna do is bake these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes, at least until you see a little color change. I've taken my crust out of the oven and I'm just letting them cool. Now I'm gonna show you how easily this all comes together. The first step is adding everything to the blender cup. To start, I have 4 ounces of a low-fat sour cream. You can use a full-fat sour cream, but understand that it will add some additional calories to this dish. Next, I have 4 ounces of our homemade fat-free cream cheese, the recipe for which you can find in the description below. Then we have 2 ounces of goat cheese. One common misconception is that goat cheese is a safe alternative for those with lactose intolerance. While it is easier to digest than cow's milk cheeses, it still contains lactose, so it can cause symptoms for those who are sensitive. If you have a true cow's milk protein allergy, goat's milk isn't a suitable alternative, since the proteins are similar enough to trigger a reaction. I'm using a very mild goat cheese that adds just a hint of subtle tartness to this dish. And I have half a teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of honey. If you prefer, you can use another sweetener. Now I'm gonna add 2 whole eggs. Now I'm just gonna blend this up. And there we go. It doesn't take much and it just comes out nice and smooth. The next step is adding some fresh herbs, which gives this savory cheesecake an amazing brightness. I've chosen a tablespoon each of fresh mint, fresh chives, fresh basil, and fresh dill. I think this combination works really well, but I encourage you to choose whatever you prefer. So I'm just gonna add each of these to make a total of 4 tablespoons of fresh herbs. Now, I'm not going to blend these herbs. I'm just gonna stir them into our mixture, and I'm going to do it right in this blender cup. These crusts have completely cooled in the ramekins. I'm just going to pour in the mixture evenly among the 4. We do not want to completely fill them, but just up to the edge that you see here. If you have some batter left over, you can certainly bake it without a crust. And for that matter, if you don't like crust, just bake them without, and they will still come out fantastic. Now I'm gonna set these into this glass dish and put them into the oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes until the centers are just set or slightly wobbly. I am going to add some at least warm water once it's in the oven to create a little bit of a water bath so that the centers don't completely crack while they're cooking. After I took the cheesecake out of the oven, I let it cool, and then I've left them covered in the fridge overnight. If you want less time, do it for at least 4 hours. They're perfectly delicious right out of these ramekins, but I'm gonna show you how to unmold it. I'm going to take a sharp knife and just run it around the edge. Now I'm gonna put a plate over the top, give it a little tap. Now I'll just lift it off. There we go. I'm just gonna grab another plate and flip it over so the crust is on the bottom. Look at how beautiful this savory herb cheesecake is. You can see all those delicious green herbs inside. I cannot wait to give this a try. That is so incredibly good. You would never believe it's also good for you. It's so smooth and creamy. The herbs give it a delightful fresh flavor, and that crust pairs with it just perfectly. I know you're gonna love it. I hope you try it and let me know what you thought in the comments below. There's room for everyone at the table. I thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And now I'm going to unmold them. No. A really big bite. Let me take a smaller bite. Lift off the ramekin. You see that it came out perfectly.